So whether people are achievement hunting or not, hopefully this can help them. Get that classic control on. We'll just go through all of them. A lot of the early ones should be very self-explanatory, but I'll just say anything I can think of. This is incredibly easy. Just do medium punch, medium kick. You can mash it if you want. It's a combo. Same thing here. You can mash this if you want. You can time it out correctly. Same here. This is meant to show you it's an anti-air, but you can do it as not an anti-air anyway. This one is going to be the first one that has any effort put into it, where you have to time the jumping heavy. All these are going to be pretty simple. You just want to do that right away, because it's a cancel. Same with that one. Just do the first two. You can mash it out if you want. This is the first one I remember having any trouble with. You just have to do that second part I'm pretty sure you have to do it really fast. Yeah, there you go. Same thing with this one. Make sure you don't mash too hard on the quarter circle forward punch, because if you do, you will cancel quarter circle forward punch, as quarter circle forward punch is a fake quarter circle forward punch. So I messed that up a whole ton when I was doing that. Moving on to the intermediates. Nothing too difficult yet. Everything just kind of flows together. No real links or anything. Is this one a link? Nope, you can mash this one out if you want. It's nice and easy. Same with this one. Just remember to do the correct quarter circle there. Otherwise it will not work, obviously. This one is, I think, the first link. Or is it a chain? No, I think this is a link, so you do have to time this out. It can be a little tricky. You can see that I am struggling here, trying to find the timing. Right now I'm going too fast. And then I'm going too slow. And if you're ever having a lot of trouble, make sure to look at the example to make sure you're not doing something really stupid like that. For example, I was using punch instead of kick. I didn't even look at that closely enough. It is still a link though, so right now I'm doing it too fast, and that one was fine. That one is very easy, just immediate. Alright. Now, this is probably the first actually difficult one, and this is, unfortunately, probably a pretty important one to know. So, when you do this medium into this dash, you can just immediately input the dash. You can even input the dash, like, before the medium's done, and it is fine. And you can also mash out that first medium punch before the dash even comes out, I think. Maybe you have to wait a little bit, but you can do it very, very quickly. Then you have to link the heavy punch, so you do have to time that. And then the rest is just the normal thing. Let's see, what was this one? This one just seems pretty normal. You just hit them, do your move, make sure you do your this part fast. If you wait too long, you will do this. Or if you don't do anything, that will happen. So that's a good waiting too long example. And that is just not getting the input. That does combo, but it's not what they asked for. They wanted punch, not kick. So remember to relax sometimes, as I'm being a little bit too stressed out here. And therefore I'm just dropping easy stuff. But don't worry if it's taking you a while. Some of these combos took me a very long time the first time. You can do any punch for that one, even the heavy punch works fine. one's very simple, just anti-air them with it. So the trick with this one, from what I remember, is this is not a chain. I tried many times to do this directly into super, but you're really just going to wait a little bit after doing it, and then just do it like that, except a little bit faster than what I did there. Like that. Is this the last intermediate? I mean, this one is about as... that one was about as easy as it gets. You just hit the heavy punch and then you type in the super. If you practice typing in the super, you will be able to do it. Just remember to practice any move that you're having trouble with. So this is basically going to be the same as I believe it was Intermediate 6 earlier. The only difference is you're going to super at the end. And this one I had a lot of trouble with. So there's two ways to do this. You can either go into this immediately, like that. That was only 2 quarter circles, even though you see 3 quarter circles on the screen on the left there. But if you look at the right, I did only type in 2, and you are able to do that if you wish. I actually think that this one is easy, though, if you just type in 3 quarter circles the way it says. Because I have trouble doing it without doing 3. I think it's much more consistent doing 3. The rest of this, you're just going to use the same advice from earlier. Just have to remember which moves to do. Remember that the medium to heavy is going to be a link. Don't EX it for no reason. So this is going to probably take me a few tries here. I keep EXing. There's no reason to be doing that. I know you can do this with light and medium. I'm not sure if you can do it with heavy. I have not been consistent at that. Like, I have not been able to get it. But just doing it with medium or heavy punch will be fine. Okay, now I just have to do the last part. I think something very helpful when doing combo trials is to break down the parts. If you're having trouble with the end, for example, you just do the end. And then you just... I like to go backwards sometimes until I can get the end parts, and that helps me when I actually try to go through it. There we go. Not too bad. That is probably one of the hardest combos in the combo trials for Manon. One of the advanced ones is pretty bad too, but I believe most of the rest of these aren't horrible. This one's pretty nice. It is going to be a link between this move and this move, and the rest of it is nice and simple. So the only real hard part about this is going to be going from your this attack into this attack. So that's the best part to practice if you want to work on that. Make sure to actually hit kick. And that should work out. This one takes a lot of drive, but it's pretty funny. Did the wrong super. I did 4 quarter circle forwards instead of backwards. Yeah, I was mashing that. No reason to do that. Yep, just remember to wait on the final part. You don't want to mash that too quickly, or else it will drop. What is this? This is the last one. So this is gonna take that. Oh, drive parry, right. So when you do drive parry, you hit the parry button and then you dash. So you can either hold the parry button and then dash, or you can press it and dash. Either will work fine. So this is going to be a combination of what you just did and a combination of the, I believe it was number 11 for intermediate. And once you have this, you will be done with Manon's stuff. So let's just try try to see how many times it takes us to get through this. Okay, that's a good start. Getting close to the hard parts already. I think the hardest part for this, for me, is going from the drive parry to this to this. And that is going to be the hardest part, for me at least. Other people are going to obviously differ, but that was close. I just didn't get the move there. And remember, it's a back punch. And to do the drive parry. Okay, so when you do the back punch, you do have to cancel it. So let's make sure we do that. Don't wait too long. I don't think it matters what punch you do either. Pretty sure you can even do heavy here, and it's fine. But I like to do medium, but I don't think it matters. Ah, missed the drive parry. Alright, only one move left to get. Okay, a little slow on the super. Oh, didn't get that. There we go. Remember that you can look at your inputs on the right when you turn those on in the options at any point to see what you're actually messing up. For me, a lot of the time, I will go too far backwards when doing a quarter circle, and I'll, like, do something like that that looks horrible when you look at it on the side. So be careful about anything like that. Make sure that you have all of the cardinal directions. Diagonals sometimes don't matter. Like, if you do a full circle, you don't need any diagonals. But some moves diagonals matter, especially something like an uppercut combination. But hopefully this can help somebody, and maybe at some point somebody will put out some advice on how to do some DJ combo trials that I am personally struggling with quite a bit. Well, if you need help with anything on this, like if you're struggling with any of those combo trials and have a question, feel free to ask. I will try to answer any questions people ask, at least questions related to the video. And thank you for anyone who watched, and hopefully this helped at least one person.